you can only watch it for the first time once. It'll be interesting to see what we catch and what we don't.
Did you ever play the video game Mass Effect?
This is where Babylon 5 is becoming Babylon 5.
That was great. I love that.
100% completely accurate, definitive ranking of Babylon 5.
I love it so much.
We're officially into it, Jeff.
The year is 2025. The name of the podcast, Babylon 5, for the second time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the second time. My name is Brent Allen.
And my name is Jeff Akin. Brent and I used to be Star Trek podcasters, and then we watched Babylon 5 for the first time, and everything changed. So we've been watching this incredible series for the second time, catching all the cool stuff that there's no way we could have found the first time around.
That's right, and we have just finished season 2 of Babylon 5, watching it for the second time. But Jeff, buddy, we got to call an audible. We got to press pause.
Okay.
And we've got some unfinished business we got to take care of.
We're not doing, I thought we were doing Matters of Honor. We're not going to do that this week?
Not today. Not tonight.
Okay, then what's up? What are we doing?
Not tonight. Well, here's the thing. We used to do a thing on our first watch that we made it. You and I made a conscious decision to not do it on the second watch.
We did. Yeah, I think I know.
And
what
then
you're
the
talking
first
about.
watch at the end of every season, before moving on to the next season, we would have a season wrap up where we'd go back through, we'd revisit our ranking, we'd just kind of, sum up and just kind of take a breath and absorb the season we had just experienced. And just take that as a breath before moving into the next chapter. And you and I decided we're going to do that for this one. We were just
moving through.
I'm going to move through, which is why we just moved through from season 1 to season 2. But our community as a whole, that's our YouTube folks, our audio folks, our Patreon in particular, our council chambers, they've told us they've missed it and they really wanted it back. And they've given us some home, our council chamber specifically, which is our one of our tiers on Patreon, and they really help influence the show in many, many ways. And they gave us homework, Jeff, homework that we can't do within the regular format of the run of our show. So we've got to press pause and take care of some of this business here, my friend.
Okay. No, I'm down. And I think if we're gonna kind of take that pause in that moment, I've got some stuff that
you got some
that
stuff
I can
to
throw in. Yeah.
Because one of the things we've got to do, and we didn't get to do this the first time around. We're gonna watch some bloopers.
Oh my God, they have been beating us up for so
long. We're
long.
gonna watch the bloopers.
Yeah, even the first time, they're like, you got to watch these bloopers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch some bloopers. So yeah, we'll add that in. What are you thinking? What else?
Well, we talked about it last week on the Fall of Night a little bit, and I think we should. But we were going to talk about the rankings, right? Season 2 for the second time compared to the first time, and what happened.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So we can dive into that a little bit. So
that'd be
fun. That'll be
fun.
good. This will be fun.
And listen, I if it's not too much, something I wouldn't mind is I'd love to hear from our listeners. That's something we don't get to do a whole lot anymore.
Yeah.
Back on the show. So I don't know if there's anything we can do to work that in, Jeff. Maybe we do it. But first up, let's do some bloopers.
Yeah, you got them ready?
I got them ready.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
We can roll right into it. Let's do it.
Well, let me ask you this before we dive in. We've had people send them to us. This has been for years. People have been encouraging us. Have you watched any of the bloopers before?
Okay. So, first of all, shout out specifically to Ben, who has been the guy leading the charge. One of our council chambers, Ben, great guy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Has been truly leading the charge, and he's probably sent these to us like
a couple,
3 or 4 times
easily.
Yeah. And so Ben, this is for you, pal. But shout out to him. But I have only watched them in as much as like I had to download them and just test them to make sure like audio worked.
Okay.
Jeff, I will give you a heads up, and I'm going to give all of you watching a heads up, and probably the audio folks as well. These aren't going to be an easy watch. The quality of this, it's not polished for broadcast. This was only like whatever raw footage they took. So
like off the dailies kind of thing.
And it's like it's like negative warping in the middle of it and all sorts of weird stuff. So it's not an easy watch, but it still should be. Hopefully it's funny. I don't know. If this sucks and you and I are like bored out of our minds through this, we're gonna blame Ben.
Totally. Yeah.
No.
Well, let's do it, man. Let's watch his bloopers.
Let's do some bloopers. For the audio folks out there, we're just gonna let this play.
Yep.
I don't know that we have to worry about all the stuffs. We'll see.
Yeah, I imagine that we'll see what happens if for YouTube and for audio we may edit out the breaks and the stuff.
Maybe.
I don't know how copyright applies to bloopers.
I'm not sure.
But one way or the other, audio you will hear something,
and it will be interesting. So, all right, let's jump into it, Jeff.
Let's do it. Okay.
From my heart and from my hand, why don't people...
I thought this was a 90s show, not an 80s show.
I feel like for the audio folks, I need to like describe what's happening, but I don't know. Whoa, somebody's blowing up somebody's skirt here.
Thank you. Shit, fine. Ow.
Oh, we should mention this is going to be the warning for sensitive ears. This is apparently not like it's
Are we gonna have an explicit tag on this one?
We might. I don't know. I haven't listened to it all. He just said the S word, but this is not scripted stuff. So this is just what people are saying.
I've never produced a podcast with the explicit tag on it before.
Listen, we get to choose if we want to put it on there or not.
We do.
But this is the warning for folks with littler ears in the car or people watching at work or something of that nature.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Yeah.
So for the audio viewers, you're just saying we should explain what's happening. This is like the intro to the blooper, I guess. It was like a music video thing, and they were just showing some clips that went along with the music.
Yeah.
It was pretty
All
funny.
right. Now we have Ivanova. It looks like she's up.
Blooded slaughter of almost slover?
To actor.
I'm not an actor.
Right now.
Dude, they were full on bumping into each other. Look at that. Leaping over chairs.
Look, they got crew members going through this.
They're literally just like, go nuts.
We had a little problem with Satan, but we'll be right back.
I didn't think of that. Great idea. You're dismissed.
Roll credits. It's always funny to watch him laugh in those big serious scenes.
Sorry.
I do not understand. Oh, and I do not
this
remember
guy.
the line. I do.
Pretty Ivanova.
Some human style coming.
And it is interesting to like, we just watched these episodes. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that episode. Oh yeah, I know that episode.
Okay. 30.
I feel like there could just be a whole line of Bruce Boxleitner going,
Right.
That's all wrong. It's like every Miss America.
Heavy weighs the crown.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
No, stop. It's Peter Jurasik in his real voice with
right.
his Londo makeup on. Like, listen to him.
That's all wrong. It's like every Miss America.
That is all wrong.
Let's this thing is getting a chubby. Thanks.
What?
What?
Here we go. No, I'm ready. Go.
Are you taking that?
What did he just say?
I think we heard what he said.
Action. Captain, have you gone space happy? Let's this thing is getting a chubby. Thanks.
Yeah.
A whole new definition of space happy there, I guess, Jeff.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, this is getting the explicit tag. I'm just going to say it now. We're doing it.
Here we go. No, I'm ready. Go. Action. Captain. Oh, fuck it.
This is why they have 5 and 6 day shooting schedules.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Damn.
Got it.
You want a bagel?
Yeah.
They could deliver it to safe zones in the Narns.
No.
Do it like Elvis.
Thank you much.
If I come back.
Right, Chief.
Ramirez, go.
Lieutenant Ramirez, you're going to die at the end of this episode. You need to pick up your check now.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
That's great.
God! Those are telepaths.
Oh, have some of that good fattening crap.
Would you believe they did this whole
No,
scene
Woody.
in one take with no
You were
blooper?
having far too
right?
much fun at my expense.
Just nuts.
Nice butt.
Getting a Woody.
That was fun. I said it during the thing, like, this is why they have 5 and 6 day shooting schedules, right? Because,
Right.
like, it takes a while to get it out. But I noticed a thing as it
They
was going.
cussed a lot, and they talked about getting very excited. Space happy, we should say.
Here's the I've done not a fair. I've done a little bit of TV in my time, and 100 like you'd literally turn into a 12-year-old the whole time that camera's running, which is the worst time,
right,
to be a 12-year-old. But I mean, it's ridiculous. But you can totally tell their comfort level with each other, like as the season progresses and the bloopers go on. Like there's definitely Bruce Boxleitner like, I'm friends with you people, ha ha ha,
right,
and then like he actually is kind of friends with them and stuff.
Jeff, guess what? That's not the only blooper video.
Oh, we got another one.
That was a blooper video that they made like for their Christmas party.
So like
there was
another
one they made for their season wrap up for the production season wrap up.
So these are like,
it's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit shorter than the last one.
But these are like official blooper reels then.
I'm assuming they showed these at their parties.
Okay.
That's the impression that I get. I cannot confirm. Ben probably knows. He was probably there, for heaven's sakes.
All right.
But
I've been holding this data crystal of these for years. Yeah, let's watch the
next one. This next one's about 7 minutes. So
okay, it's just a bunch of bloopers of them smiling. Oh, that's cool looking. That's fun. Yeah, this one might not make the cut.
It comes back here in just a moment.
All right.
Leader. Who be leader?
Who be leader?
Bitch. Michael.
Attach homing beacon and do something else.
Foolish.
And when I get there, I'll have done it with
everybody. Oh.
Petty.
If that's true, then whoever tried to kill her probably doesn't even remember trying to do it. And that wasn't even close to the line, so we'll do it again. One more time, okay?
Okay.
Boy, I bet there was supposed to be a data crystal in this really small pocket down here, wasn't there?
And they show no indication that he was suffering from any kind of medical problems. There are days when they are a pain in the deck, no?
A pain in the what?
The degnum?
There are days when they are a pain in the deck. Why am I going to have this trouble? They are a pain in the deck. Fuck it.
You don't want us to board that?
Is he supposed to be saying pain in the neck?
Neck or deck plate, maybe? I don't know.
Pain in the like is it a pain in the neck, but it's something that begins with a D and he's supposed to change it a little bit for the script. I don't remember where that would have been in the season.
It doesn't ring a bell for me at all.
Yeah.
However, what?
Sure, there are other rituals we must observe. I want to start again. Flarn.
100%. Mira Furlan never had a funny blooper.
Right, as it's like she's so professional in how she's messing up and everything.
Right, and like even in her messing up, it's just, I'm sorry, let me try that again. Right. That's it. Like she doesn't get frustrated. She's so like meek about the whole thing. Or
she stops and just gives the most charming smile. She's like, I don't know, I just messed up.
There's only one other person that I can think of that probably has never actually had a blooper in her entire career. That would be Julie Andrews.
You're probably right.
You know, like even if she gets a line wrong, she's
perfect.
So sweet about it, and you can't even laugh at it. It's just
shit.
Son of a bitch! Now if he's heard, I fucked that.
Haley, did I have Steven spit on me at this point?
That's weird. That's weird. The voice with him.
Back to camera. I can fuck up all I want, honey.
Then we have no choice. Alert all ships.
That's great.
Prepare to attack.
VF bloopers. I love it.
Oh, fuck.
If you can tolerate the answers. How can it be unauthorized? According to Earth's central records, he is supposed to be dead.
Look at him.
Dead man.
I did see it.
Bringing it home.
Cut print.
Hey, that's Brent, funny. You said Mira Furlan's so professional in her bloopers. Did you notice who just didn't make any bloopers?
Andreas Katsoulis.
Yeah, Jakar was literally there just because they're like, we should probably show him.
We should probably put him in there somewhere. Yeah,
dude's a consummate. He's like, I don't make mistakes at all.
They had him in there one time going, ooh, and like that was it.
That was it. Yeah, guy's a pro. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to watch it. You don't have any more, or is that it?
No, that's it. That's it for season 2. Someday you and I should go back and watch season 1, but today is not that day.
It is not. That's a lot that we watched. It was a lot of fun, though. It was fun.
It's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun.
You know, with a show like Babylon 5, it's a heavy show, right? Like, deals with big stuff, and like to see them having a good time doing that is, I don't know, it's good. I liked that.
You said something during the middle of that that I thought was not astute, not profound, almost just relieving. You can really see the relationships of the people through those bloopers that you don't see necessarily on screen through the cameras.
Yeah.
You know, and specifically with people who are not necessarily also on the DVD cover.
Ramirez was awesome.
Right. You know, the dude, the other Minbari guy that was like really close to Bill Mooney's face, you know, and it's talking about the head bone carving and all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, you can imagine some of these people are probably actually much better actors than what we give them credit for.
Yeah. I was really impressed with Jerry Doyle, and just like, he was so comfortable and yeah. I don't think he had any errors about him. Everyone else had like a little layer of I'm at work. Not him.
Right.
Which I'm not gonna armchair anything, but we do understand that he was facing
this was his
challenges.
first like real acting gig though, from everything I also understand.
Yeah.
It was like his like first professional acting gig.
Oh wow.
So, you know, he didn't come in with the gravitas of having a show before or anything like that.
That's
but
cool.
Also he might have had a little help out there.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's fun. Glad you brought him.
Yeah.
What do you say, Brent? We dive into some analytics on our rankings.
Because you have analytics. What kind of analytics, Jeff? This is fascinating to me. What did you do to analyze these things?
So I actually have a deep background in data analytics, and so I put a spreadsheet together.
Knew that. Okay.
And I put some VLOOKUPs and some.
That actually makes so much more sense knowing the behind the scenes stuff that you do for the show.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, the truth is, I do have a background in data analytics, but I utilized AI to do this one.
That actually makes way more sense now.
Yeah. I honestly, I started building this comparative spread, and I was like, and then I'm like, why would I do that? We have AI to help with these things. So I just want to acknowledge that when you utilize artificial intelligence, there are substantial environmental impacts. And so I just want to own that happened. On with the program.
All right.
We talked about it while we were doing the rankings, but we had some pretty substantial moves. Do you have a guess, Brent, as to which single episode, had the biggest change from our first time to our second time?
Oh man. See, this is where I need a list of the episodes. Hold on, let me look. I got them right over here. I immediately know that Geometry of Shadows is one of them. It may not be the one, but it is one of them. Yeah, I'm going with Geometry of Shadows, just as a whole.
Was Knives.
Really?
It dropped 11 places.
Oh no!
It was number 10 in our first time. It dropped
to 21.
21.
How many places did Geometry of Shadows move?
That went from number 15 to number 5. It had a change of 9 spots. Okay. So you were not far off by any means.
Okay.
Also, a change of 9 places was Divided Loyalties.
Really?
It was number 7 in our first time and came in at 17 on our second time.
Wow.
Now, as far as getting like improved, bigger, what do you think the largest increase was? And I'll give this way. The biggest increase was actually the largest overall change.
And it wasn't Geometry of Shadows.
It was not. In fact, this one changed 12 spots.
I'm going to go with Now for a Word.
You're correct.
Okay.
It was
a good episode, man. I 100% know why people would have listened to our first time round about that and seen us put it so low and then been pissed off at us, because it is a good episode, which we said at the time. It's a good episode. We just didn't need it, which I still stand by that. I stand by that analysis before, but it's just a good episode. We have different criteria for a second watch. So.
Because it's a series you get to watch for the first time twice. It's very different both times. It was interesting that we're almost like a sandwich, right? Where we had the same bread, but the fillings changed. The everything in the middle changed. Long Twilight Struggle was our top choice both times, and the Long Dark was our number 22 both times.
Neither one of those two shocked me.
Yeah, at all, right?
Yeah.
But two of them
what was the change on Comes the Inquisitor? Because I see it ending at number 9.
So Comes the Inquisitor, right, was our number 9, and it was number 14 the first time around. So just a change of 5.
Sure.
But it's still substantial.
So I was going to say, it's still a significant jump, but still, yeah.
Yes, there is that. It had an interesting analysis on divided loyalties. It talked about how modern TV is full of twists. That's what we watch all the time. And it gave divided loyalties the title of twist fatigue. And that maybe as viewers of modern television, we've kind of had enough of this, like, oh, it was this all along. And it didn't listen to our episode, obviously, just in its analysis of the raw data. Was just
Divided Loyalties was the one with Evil Talia, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But I, for one, am quite interested to see what happens in our future seasons. I think my kind of prediction for this is season 3 is huge. So much happens, and there's both build and payoff. Whereas in season 4, it starts to become more of, well, here's all the stuff we've been building up to, playing out. And so my prediction is that we'll see some impactful changes in the 3rd season, but seasons 4 and 5 will probably land pretty close to what we had the first time around.
See, I was just thinking the opposite.
Really? Were you?
Thinking season 3 is probably going to stay the same. Season 4 and then season 5 even more will have more changes, kind of similar to this. And I think it'll be like a bell curve. Like, because I bet if we go back and we look at season 1 also had a lot of changes.
It did.
Season 2's gonna have a lot of changes. 3 won't, and then it'll bell curve itself out. We'll find out over the next several months,
right? Yeah.
Year and change, whatever that is. So
we'll go through and do all that.
That's interesting, Jeff.
You know something we haven't done in a long time, Brent?
What have we not done in a long time, Jeff?
We haven't shared any reviews.
Are we going to do that?
We are. Oh. Now, we're not going to share all of them that have happened because, we're already on our raw record. We're already almost up to an hour. So we're not going to do all of them, but I have a couple that I'd love to share. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
All right. So I love that you can listen to podcasts on Audible. We've talked about it on our first time thing. It makes us feel like authors, like we're a thing. Just Some Fool on Audible gave us, Brent, a 5-star review.
Oh, yes.
Just Some
Fool. That's been a while.
I know, right? I actually had to look and be like, do I still have the drop? Okay, good. All right, well, Just Some Fool says, I hate podcasts like this.
Oh.
But I love this podcast series.
There we go.
I decided to put this podcast on as background noise because I've seen Babylon 5 enough times that I figured I wouldn't find this podcast very interesting. I also picked this genre because I don't like this genre of podcast. I needed background noise and figured this would be the perfect one to put in the background and ignore.
They said, we need a laundry episode. Let's throw this one on.
Right. I just need something that's kind of there.
Right.
I said, this would be perfect to put in the background and ignore. And I was so wrong.
Nice.
I not only ended up paying attention to it, but I got pulled in and binged it. I'm not finished as of the time I'm writing this review, but Brent, I've been listening to almost 10 episodes a day.
What?
Since starting.
What? Oh, God bless your heart.
Are you okay? Just
my
blink
word.
twice if you need help.
That's way too much, Jeff and Brent.
That's
although
like 18
awesome, but
Yeah.
still, wow.
That's so much.
Well, Just Some Fool, thank you. You're awesome. And I'm glad I'm really, really glad you're enjoying the show. And hopefully you're going to catch up to us here on the second watch very soon, and you'll hear this. And I'm glad we could provide that for you. That's really cool, man. That's super cool.
I figure at that rate they caught up in about a week and a half. So, wow. Hey, Brent, how about another 5-star review?
Oh, yes.
This one's from Apple Podcast. Caps Fan 30 I guess a Fallout fan, says, pretty short, says, fun to watch along. You guys are making B5 fun all over again. I hadn't rewatched in a long time, but going through it with you guys for both the first time and the second is fun, just to see what you guys thought the first time you guys watched it.
That has been probably the biggest booger to us doing the second watch, but was absolutely the right thing for us to do, is having to go back and re-listen to our first watch so we can interact basically with ourselves. And we can now be on the side of everybody else yelling at first watch Jeff and Brent.
I know.
You know, yeah, thank you. Yes, I agree. It's, it's something to go back and see. And that was the point of the second time, because we knew the first time around we weren't understanding or catching things the way we needed to. So,
well, I think that's a key thing, especially heading into this next review I'm going to share, because we're not here just to blow like our, oh, look how great we are. We're gonna share. If you put it out there, you know, we're gonna find a way to
write
get
it. We'll do it. Sure.
But Babylon 5 for the first time specifically is a journey. And we've talked about how it's the story of Babylon 5 for the first time is not Babylon 5. It's Brent and Jeff, and how we started in a place and we went to a place. And for those that stuck around, those that held on and are here for the second time, like Caps Fan 30, are really getting that payoff. And I think that, and Brett, with your experience doing Beam Me Up, a Star Trek podcast with your co-host there, Matt, got to experience this in real time. But as longtime fans, we have a tainted view of our first time. And when someone goes and actually watches it unspoiled for the first time, we don't understand that experience they're having.
Yeah.
And some people understand that to some level, or are hooked in some way that they continue to listen and watch with us and see us grow. Other people don't get it and they drop out. And Brent, that leads me to the third review I want to share.
Okay.
Which is a 3.
This feels ominous. 3-star.
It's a 3-star review from Apple Podcasts.
All right.
This is a very long one, and so I'm going to pare it down. It's still relatively long.
Okay.
But Magnus Prime 24.
Okay.
It says, to start with the positives, which I appreciate. You can tell this was made by people with experience podcasting.
Check.
Two hosts have a good rapport.
Check.
The sound quality is consistently good. In fact, the editing is almost invisible. Check.
You want to know why? Because we don't edit.
Right. Very little. Very little do we edit.
We hate editing. Podcasts die in the editing chair. So,
exactly. This is the blast that we're doing here. And then you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Says the
so we get it right the first time. We strive to get it right the first time.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah.
Where the show stumbles a bit is in its premise and execution.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Magnus Prime 24 in this next line. His premise, or their premise of our podcast, is where they got it wrong. It says the idea of comparing Babylon 5 to Star Trek is fine, but trying to judge its quality by that metric doesn't work. Brent, did we ever compare Babylon 5 to Star Trek?
Yes, we did.
You're right, we did.
Yes, we did. Absolutely, we did.
Did we intend to do that?
No, we did not. Because we didn't know what we were saying.
Exactly. We didn't have the language.
Like I think you and I knew what was in our hearts of what we were trying to go for. But the words, because we would say, we're going to see if this has any of that Star Trek equality. We're going to compare this to Star Trek and see where that is. And I would actually agree with Magnus that trying to judge Babylon 5 by that metric doesn't work.
Didn't work even.
And it didn't work, which is why we stopped doing that by mid-season 2.
Yeah.
Early season 2, like somewhere around there. Like,
and they stuck around long enough to get that a little bit. They say the host took a long time to realize this. But I think many B5 fans looking for a chance to relive the series will walk away frustrated before the hosts get there.
I can understand that. I really can.
So I can, and I reflect back to what I said leading into this review. We were all there at some level our first time.
Absolutely we were. And the other thing too, Jeff, and this is where I will defend our actions and not apologize for it. Jeff, this is where I will defend our show and not apologize for anything that we did. One of the things that you and I both know is the listeners out there, you guys, are incredibly smart. and you can smell BS from a mile away. And Jeff and I could not come in here pretending to be something we were not.
Right.
And who were we when we started the show? What were you doing? What other podcast were you doing?
Star Trek podcast.
What other podcast had I just literally just finished doing?
Star Trek podcast.
That's who we were. That's where we were. That's the space we were in. And that's what we brought to that's what we brought to the show. And as you said, the story of Babylon 5 we talk about the story of Babylon 5 is actually the story of Londo Mollari.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The story of Babylon 5 for the first time is not the story of Babylon 5. It's the story of Jeff and Brent.
Yeah.
And we started in a place, we ended in a very different place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in between, there was ups, there was downs, there were swerves, there was things. There were places where we pissed you off. There were places where you cheered and patted us on the back, and everything in between. Apologies, Jeff.
It's all right. Daytime records.
I very specifically said dogs need to go away. They go back into their rooms because they can't handle somebody coming to the door or something like that. Yeah. Like they just can't do that. Amazon gets delivered. Kid comes over put them back in their rooms. They're fine. But people got to let them out. Just let them run and whatever. And we have a night shift worker here in the house, and that needs to not be woken up in the middle of their day. Well, and as we do this right now, almost at the end of their sleep schedule. You know what it is when you get woken up an hour before you're supposed to wake up? You know how much that pisses you off and you can't go back to sleep? Yeah. And that's it's not just disturbing us up here, which it is, which also not okay. But no, can't do that. Can't do that. So sorry for that. Sorry for that, folks. Anyway, I think I was done with what I was saying.
Yep.
Great.
They go on to say, sometimes their outside perspective is a strength, such as in their review of TKO. Like many Babylon 5 fans, I didn't enjoy that episode at first, but this show's take on it helped me see it in a new light.
Victory!
And as a fellow Christian, hearing the Catholic host praise passing through Gethsemane was rewarding.
That's you, Jeff.
Oh, I thought, okay, cool. He wraps by saying the technical aspects are solid. Occasionally, the host offers some unique insights. But this is where I think their review goes off the rails in their close. But instead of reconsidering their preconceptions when the show proved it wasn't going to fit them, they kept judging it negatively for not fitting them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where, one, you didn't listen to the show long enough and go through the whole roller coaster ride. And kudos to those of you who did, because as Jeff and I can now attest going through the show, it's often not easy. But the like Babylon 5, putting up with the slow parts
pays
are
off.
worth it and pays off for the other parts. But no, you're absolutely right. As fans, and this is not unique to Babylon 5, to Star Trek 10, this is fandom. One, there's this magic thing called groupthink.
Yeah.
That the fandom as a whole we all agree that these things are truths. We hold them to be self-evident, and they're endowed by our creator. And anyone who says anything differently is wrong and stupid and a big dum-dum.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the person watching it for the first time. And you're right. We often don't remember our first watch. And a lot of times we even lie to ourselves. On my first watch, I knew exactly what that was. And I put that together and I knew exactly where we were. And you know what? There's probably some people who really did.
Mm-hmm.
The vast majority of us? No. And you and I promise to be true.
Every time.
And that's the other thing, because the other one we got a lot was just stop talking about it and just watch the show.
Right.
Then we wouldn't have a show.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have a podcast. Our job is to pause every 45 minutes and take a snapshot of where we are.
Yep.
That's all. And that's each episode. That's all it was is, hey, in this moment, here's where I'm feeling. In this moment, here's my experience. In this moment, here's my experience. That's all it is.
Quite a few members of our council chambers. We get to interact with them quite a bit, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like Katerina, Delenn, Alyssa, a couple others have talked about how through our first time watch, this show changed us. Like you and I are different people than we were before we watched this. The show, so back to Magnus here, the show never changed. We did.
Yes.
Despite their last line saying that we chose not to change. No, we changed.
Yeah.
And that's the power of Babylon 5.
Yeah. And if I may, Magnus, if you're listening to this, thank you for your review.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your snapshot of where you were in the moment that you were listening to us. Hopefully you have gotten to see the rest of it, and maybe you can come back to this review and be like, I was right then, but that review doesn't hold true for the end.
Yeah. Just like we stand by our first time thing. Now we listen to it. How often have we come in on the second time been like, oh my God, I was so mad at us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Thank
you, Prime Magnus. You are, everything you said is correct for you. And I truly appreciate you sharing it very much. So
yeah, we never anticipated that everybody would just be like, everything they do and say is absolutely right. Like,
we wouldn't be doing our jobs if that was the case.
Why are you podcasting if that's the case?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's come in, be true to where you are, be true to your experience, and feel something. Yeah. So, do you have any more, Jeff?
I just wanted to share. I mean, obviously we've taken quite a bit of time. We're going to find ways to share more.
I want them all. I want them all. Okay.
So
I miss this, Jeff.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this out as a call, right? So the majority of our, or a good chunk of our viewership is on like video streaming, YouTube and Patreon and other places. We still have a substantial audio community out there, which is great, but get those reviews in on the audio side so we can pull them in. And
and it doesn't just have to be the audio side. You can email us a review. Just say review in the thing. You can put it on Google. You can put it on Reddit. Now you're gonna have to draw our attention to it because we're not seeing all of those things.
Right.
But wherever you are, leave a rating and review. However you do that. And Jeff and I would love to be able to grab that. And we're cross our hearts and hope to die. We're gonna figure out a way.
Yeah, more on that to come and at another time.
I hope so. Jeff, I've got something.
You have something else?
You got reviews. I got something else.
Okay.
Now listen. Leading up to this, we sort of fished from some stuff from our Patreon community.
Yeah, we check in.
And I'm going to read some of the comments that we got from our Patreon community. They had some questions back for us.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So let's jump into this. Robert asks, after going through them a second time, do you still think of the first two seasons as being the usual weaker stuff until they found out how the series works? Or do you view it more as an actual setup for what is to come, especially in seasons 3 and 4? Do you still consider the first ones, pun intended, to be weak seasons?
I think
that's a great question.
Yeah, the last piece, no. And I don't think we considered them to be weak seasons the first time around.
We considered them to be weaker than the others, but better than normal 90s sci-fi early seasons. Although the first season was, and really the first season and a half was
rough,
very rough. Yeah.
I'm trying to find,
but the highlight episodes of those seasons were as strong as any episode of any part of the show.
Agreed. Yeah, I think I definitely have a different view of the first two seasons on the second time. I know season 1 in particular, I have a much stronger appreciation for than I did the first time.
Yeah.
And season 2, like we were aggressively hard on it the first time around. I still understand why we were, but as we listened to ourselves talk about it, man, I got angry at us at points. We were so hard on it. I definitely see it differently now.
I do still think of the first two seasons as being the usual weaker stuff before they find out how the series works. I think in many ways they were still finding their way, and proof positive of that, JMS was having a bunch of different writers write the episodes.
Right.
And it took him a season and a half before he said, you know what, stop this. If this is going to work and this is going to fulfill this vision that I've had, it has to be me. I have to, no one else can do this but me. As proof, he only allowed one other episode in the entire run of the show. And it wasn't until the very end of this show allowed somebody else to come in. And that was like, because it was hero worship for JMS.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. So, I do think the first two seasons are weaker, that they were still meandering, trying to figure stuff out. I do think that they were stronger than your typical 90s sci-fi, not as strong as the first two seasons of Stargate.
Agreed.
But as far as comparative to any other any of the 90s Star Treks, it was there. Actually, I don't know. I thought Enterprise had a really good first season, but that's a different.
I agree, but that's not the popular opinion.
No, but that's a different topic. But also, you could argue that Enterprise season 1 was not the first season, Enterprise season 1 was, let's hear, 7, 14, 20, was the 22nd season of Star Trek in that era, right?
It had some practice.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also, Robert, do see seasons 1 and 2 as setting up, like integrally setting up for seasons 3 and 4. In fact, Jeff, you and I both tell people when we're talking about the show to other folks, the first couple of seasons might be a little rough, but you have to watch them for what you like. You need what happens there to really get what's going on later.
Yeah.
You know, or just start it and now for a word and go.
And just go from there, because they in a
that actually is the that's the bypass. You know, that's really I think.
I almost think I should change my answer for that trivia show.
No, you should. I was just thinking that Jeff's
Yeah.
going to be on a trivia show where one of the questions, what episode do you introduce people to? It's and now for a word.
It is,
because once you get there, then you can go.
Yeah. So when we came into this record, I thought we were going to be doing matters of honor, and so I was prepared. So I'm going to take one of my little things. So we looked through. I have the scripts of Babylon 5, and there's a lot of insights into the episodes that come from this.
Which, by the way, we can read these now. We couldn't. That was the other thing. You and I, the first time around, were in such a bubble. And again, thank you to everybody who helped keep us in that bubble. We were in such a bubble that we, by our own design, did not have access to stuff that even the first original viewers of the show had.
Yeah.
We didn't because of the way we had put ourselves into this bubble,
which is really
cool.
know,
and as I say, we can debate whether that was right, wrong, or indifferent, but whatever. So what do you got there, Jeff?
So Senor Straczynski actually answers this question in a way. He says,
did you just try to say a very Russian name with a Spanish accent?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says, in season 1, we were on probation. In season 2, there'd been changes and more probation. In season 4, we would be told that we were out of time. And season 5 was a surprise, a happy surprise, but a surprise nonetheless. So season 3 was really the only one where we were left completely alone. We could go after our stories unafraid and unhindered, which is why year 3 is among the strongest of the entire series.
Interesting.
So our impression of seasons 1 and 2, being integral to setting up the stuff, being weaker and whatever, he kind of gives the context as to no, we had to play by network rules in season 1. Season 2 still kind of had to a little bit. And 90s sci-fi, especially mid-90s sci-fi, there was a formula that they followed, and we can all look back and be like, yeah, that formula didn't really work. It didn't maintain very well. So, yeah. What else you got?
Well, Delenn asks.
Oh, Delenn. Hey, Delenn.
First time around, you both said you never wanted to watch Confessions and Lamentations again. Totally understandable reaction, as it's a huge gut punch episode. Do you still feel that way? Will either of you include this in rewatches, or will you skip it?
No and yes. I still feel that exact same way, and yes, I will include it in rewatches, because this is the thing. You have to have the suck to appreciate the cool, the good, right? And I'm not saying that the episode sucks, but you have to have the gut punch to appreciate the huge lifts of everything else. It's brilliant. They're brilliant. It's an amazing episode. It's amazing, and I hate it.
Ditto. Everything you just said, ditto.
I just was doing sound for the Addams Family musical, and there's a song in there called Happy Sad, and it's all about being happy and sad about the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a line in there that's like, it's just like the bull when the matador drives his sword into his neck. He says, "That was very well done. I hate you." And that's Confessions and Lamentations.
Sure. I'm assuming we're the bull in that
yes.
Metaphor there. Fair enough. You said it well. I'm 100% with you on that. Jeff, we had several people respond to this question about asking us questions, and there was a bunch of them that all sort of fit this category. Paul, Jake, I'm going to stop naming people because I'm going to miss them. But there was a bunch of them that sort of all circled around this one question, so I'm going to pull them all together as this one. It says, basically, were there any episodes that surprised you as your opinion of that episode changed?
Well, Geometry of Shadows is one, but that didn't surprise us. I think going in, we knew that one was going to...
We knew that would be a different... we knew ahead of time because we backshadowed that one. We post-shadowed it? Like it's an episode that has a lot of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And you and I did not pick up on the foreshadowing. However, when that foreshadowing paid off just a handful of episodes later, you and I both were able to look back and be like, oh my gosh, that's what he was talking about then. And we couldn't have appreciated that in the moment. So, yeah, we knew that would be a big one. I think And Now for a Word, jumping as much as it did, surprised me.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
It stayed in the same place, but my appreciation for The Long Dark.
Yeah.
Because we had
I don't
that
hate
one.
it as much as I did.
Yeah, I appreciate much more of it than I did the first time. It still just did not land at all. But last time we literally, it's like what, the 5th episode, and we ranked it number 22.
Yeah.
To go at start. We didn't do that this time, and it had redeeming qualities.
Yeah. Knives dropping as low as it did might be the biggest shock. Fairly close.
I think my appreciation for Comes the Inquisitor, like I still, I didn't convert on that one, but my opinion absolutely changed. And I'll be honest, like when I went into TKO, I'm like, I'm going to go in open-minded and stuff, but there's no way my opinion's changing. It changed a little bit. I still, same with Comes the Inquisitor. Oh no, I'm going to be open-minded. I'm still going to hate it. I didn't hate it.
Right. Dundradal asks.
Oh, yeah.
There's the big question. Keffer's arc. Did you get anything new out of it?
No.
Which my response would be he had an arc.
I know.
Even after the second watch, he had an arc.
My viewing of Keffer did change because when we watched it the first time, I thought he was going to be a thing. Yeah. So I paid attention. I didn't even pay attention this time around.
Yeah. I think that is a very normal... A big part of you and I the first time around, we didn't know what was going to come back, what wasn't, what was important, what was going to flame out. Maybe what JMS intended to be something important, but something that he just never picked back up again, but you and I kept drilling down on. We know what that is this time around.
Yeah.
Keffer, knowing that he was going to go, face peeled off in the final episode as JMS jettisons him from the show because he was forced onto him. Anything that he was in, we just dismissed because it meant nothing. It meant nothing.
We only paid attention to him in Gropos, and that was just because of the echo of his performance from the first time. We're like, oh yeah, he was good in that.
It's his best episode. It's probably him that made us feel for the people who died.
I'd say it's Keffer and Dodger. Like those two characters are the ones that gave that episode life.
Right, but the reason that we cared for them was not because of them themselves. It was because of Keffer.
Dodger we did.
Dodger, well, I was going to say, did we care for Dodger because of Dodger? Or did we care for Dodger because of Garibaldi? I would argue we cared for Dodger because of Dodger.
I think so. She's a very well fleshed out character.
Big and I forget the other one's name.
Other dude. Yeah.
Those guys. The reason that we started to like them was because of the camaraderie that we saw them develop with one of ours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally. And we were just completely embarrassed for Garibaldi and what he did.
That's so dumb. So bad, man. So bad.
And somehow we all found ourselves in Garibaldi in that moment. So
he's totally Jeff till he was like 34 years old.
Totally Brent till he's, I don't know, this age now. And I've been married for 15 years and I still kind of feel like that sometimes. And to be clear, it's just been the one woman. So
right.
Let me just,
and you're still just I
still feel like an idiot sometimes.
Does she like me? I don't know. Like, is this a thing? I don't know.
Right. Listen, we need to slow down because I gotta. I've been hurt before.
Yeah. I mean, we've had 2 kids, but like, I gotta be sure.
Right. All right, I got one more, Jeff. This one comes from our good friend Trekkie Trey the Trekker.
I love Trey. Hey.
Trey, who actually has been responsible for so much of the second watch.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And very
well, I think we talked about it early on, but it's to give him another point, like the sound drops and stuff in our opening thing, he pulled that. He actually put together a whole intro that
I think he originally he did that after season 4. I think with his hope that we would use it in season 5. But as soon as we got it, I think I immediately said to you, I was like, this is our second this is our second watch opening is what this is. And we wanted to save it. And Trey was gracious enough to just wait And he did so good. Like, thank you, Trey.
Yeah. And he used the season 5 music. His is better than what I put together, but we still have 3 more seasons. Things could change.
Sure. Absolutely.
But yeah, Trey.
Absolutely. Trey says, I miss the viewer reviews and interactions with the first time audio podcast.
Heck yeah.
I miss the season ending prizes, which were a big deal to us and kept us engaged. I'm lucky enough to be a Council Chambers members and get to interact regularly, but for the audio listeners, it's just missing something now.
That's so true.
Very enjoyable, and I look forward to each week, but still, I think there just needs to be some more audio clips from your first time to go around, because those were the heart of our enjoyment.
I was agreeing with him up until audio. I'm like, oh my God, we got to pull audio clips. We already listened to it, so it's not that big of a stretch to pull it. It's still a stretch.
It is. It's a bigger stretch. Yeah.
But I get it. But I couldn't agree more, Trey. Like pulling a couple going through the reviews and pulling some to put on here and reading.
Oh, yes.
I loved hitting that for people, like we did have such great interaction early on, and I miss it too.
Me too. Jeff, I think we should do something about that.
I think we should. In fact, I think I said we had some news on this on a later date, but maybe we can talk about it a little bit now.
Floor's all yours, my friend.
Okay, so Brent and I, we've talked about it a little bit this whole time, but Brent and I are podcasters. That's what we were.
This has always been a podcast.
That ended up on YouTube.
Somehow has turned into a YouTube, Patreon, video, everything all the way around. Yeah.
But
it's always been a podcast.
And we've lost a bit of just that podcast thing. This is the closest we've come in a long time to just we're 2 guys getting together. We did some prep. We got some stuff, whatever, and let's do a podcast and talk
hopefully
about
it's entertaining.
Yeah. It's
right? Yeah.
But we've been talking about this for a while, and it really, and Trey, to your point, it really stemmed from we're not getting the interaction that we had before and that we really miss. Mm-hmm. And then also just missing doing a podcast, whatever.
But and with that, there are so many conversations around Babylon 5 specifically, also Stargate, also I'm sure Buffy, also I'm sure all of these other shows, but there are so many conversations that are not, hey, let's watch and react to this episode.
Right.
Now we're in a phase where we're watching and reacting to the episode for the second time because that's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, we're 40% of the way through that
already.
And in about 60 something episodes, we're done with that. But there's so many more conversations to be had. There's so many more ways to do that. And these are conversations that don't have to just be you and I. And these are conversations that nobody take that for anything more than what I just said.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The interactions can be there, right? The having fun with the fandom is there. Like it's all ripe for the taking. And turns out we're podcasters and we know how to pull those topics and we know how to do that and we know how to have fun with the show in a way that is more than just watch and react. Although we love watching and reacting.
Totally. Yeah.
There's only so many times you can do that before you are just done with it.
Yeah.
Twice is actually that number.
Let's talk about Jakar's arc. Let's talk about, Sheridan and his many wives, or just the different things that can be discussed.
Let's rank. Let's do a ranking of Ivanova's best lines.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But so many things we can do, and so our intent is we're not going to create a new podcast. We just don't have the bandwidth for that, but we're going to enhance our current podcast with what we're calling The Bad Nerds, the podcast.
Oh, you're going to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's great.
The Bad Nerds, the podcast.
So in that we can pull other things. Let's talk about Garibaldi, whatever. Let's talk about Daniel Jackson and how his character changed. As Stargate went on. When we get into Buffy, when we get into Farscape, we can pull those things that can keep things going. It can also help introduce people that only listen or watch to one of our things to the other stuff that's out there. But most importantly, it's going to give us a space in which we can read reviews. We can talk about emails. We can
read comments back. We can have those interactions.
Yeah, all those things that make you, the community, a part of the show. Because Trey, you couldn't be more correct. Part of what made the first time so magical wasn't just the bubble we lived in. It wasn't just that we were watching Babylon 5.
It wasn't just you and me, Jeff.
It was every single one of you that are listening or watching us right now. That you were just as much a part of this as we were, and this is going to be our way to pull you back in.
Yeah. And you know, listen, we're still going to put the video on YouTube. That's still going to exist there. But the show has become so video heavy. This is going to give, particularly those who are still around as audio folk, this is going to lend to the audio side so much better than and I think we're doing a pretty good job on the audio side with what we've got going on, because we want them to hear our interactions in those discussions. But this is really gonna, you know, for the people who are listening to us while they're driving or getting ready in the morning or working because they're in a factory or a warehouse or something, or wherever, I don't know, wherever you work, people pop in earbuds and listen to us all the time. So I was at the hospital last night. There was a guy whose whole job was to sit there and watch the wax dry.
Yeah.
We were waxing the floor, and his job was just watching it to make sure it was dry.
Yep.
You know, had his little earpod in. I was like, he's listening to a podcast. Could be
exactly. So we'll have more to come on this. We don't know when what's going to start. We don't necessarily know the frequency of it, but this, in a way, is kind of our backdoor pilot for that. The concept.
What? We're not saying this just off the cuff. What?
No, there's a tremendous amount of intention and planning that goes into some of the things that we do.
Some of the things.
Some of them. Do you have anything else from the Patreon crew?
That's it from them.
Cool. We love our Patreon.
But which let me say, if I didn't read your comment, it wasn't encapsulated in that one that I said, hey, a lot of these just kind of had this. Either A, it came in after Jeff and I recorded this, or B, I just missed it and I apologize. But I really tried to pull in all of them that were a part of that show, a part of that. So if I missed it, I missed it. My apologies.
And we may catch it in the Bad Nerds, the podcast.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah, that could be totally a thing.
Which, by the way, will most likely have early special pre-releases exclusive on our Patreon exclusive podcast.
Right? Yeah.
Which you can access from your favorite podcasting app of choice.
We got a RSS feed that's just been sitting there this whole time. It's great.
Waiting for this.
I want to say thank you to all of you, every single one of you that are watching or listening. Special thank you to all of you that have been with us since the first time. That's a big deal. It's been a long road, and it's been awesome being with you. We think
it's what, Jeff?
It's been a long road.
If you say it, you got to sing it, man.
No, I do not. You know what people don't like? Jeff singing.
You know what people don't like? Us talking about Star Trek and a Babylon 5 thing.
That too. But no, I just want to, we thank them, but we can't thank them enough. Just our community at Patreon, our council chambers, and everyone else on Patreon. It's incredible being able to interact with you, but your support is why we are still here and why we're doing this and all of those things. So if you're not currently a subscriber to our Patreon, that's fine. We understand it's not an option for everyone. If you're able to and you want access, I mean, there are hundreds, I think we're approaching thousands of posts. There's stuff that you don't see here. You watching Andor, me watching Jeremiah, Acolyte, Timeless. There's a lot of extra content.
There's a whole list you have of undone stuff that you and I both have of like stuff we want to get to.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but that's over at our Patreon page. There's a link down in the show notes, patreon.com/badnerds. It'd be great to see you there. If you're not in a position to subscribe to our Patreon, that's totally fine. I get it. And you want to support the show, there's still so many ways that you can do that. Leaving a review, right? So that we may be able to interact with you here. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a big thing. The single thing that you can do, though, that really shows the most support for this show and costs you nothing whatsoever, but means the world to both myself and Brent, is to share this show with someone who's into science fiction of any kind, right? Just share the bad nerds, share us, the bad nerds, with all of them. So Brent, this has been a lot of fun. Until next time, we are the Bad Nerds.
There's the thing.
There's the thing.
So what do we think, Jeff?
That's a good time.
I enjoy just kind of the old school podcasting thing, you know. But seriously, like, okay, hey, I'm gonna throw this out. If you guys out there, particularly Patreon, I don't know if this will go up on YouTube or on the audio
on YouTube, yeah.
But if you have any suggestions, and I'm gonna keep it as a word, suggestion,
yeah,
for specific topics that are not watch an episode and react or analyze it for messages or whatever, but like, hey, let's enter into this discussion about what if you have a topic, please feel free to send it to us and suggest that topic. But I know I have a whole list of things that just as I'll be driving, like, oh, you know what, we should have a thing. Like I've got a list of topics that can keep us going for a very long time, still talking about just this show. And we can work in all the other stuff as well. Like there's lots of stuff to talk about with Stargate and lots of stuff to talk about with all the other things that we have going on. So
well, it's kind of like the we were talking the other day. So I'm going to be on the Trivial Debates podcast. I'm recording that this weekend. Right?
Sucker!
Oh man, yeah. I'll share the link to that. Brent and I have been on that show in the past. They're super cool guys. I love spending time with them. But this is a Babylon 5 themed thing, and they give us some topics, some questions. We come up with our answers, and then we go do a debate style presentation of them. But there were a couple of things in there where like we had some pretty rich conversations, you know, about whatever. And like one that I think could be a really good conversation was if you had to swap one character from Babylon 5 with another character from a different science fiction franchise, who would it be, and what impact would that have on the franchises? That could be fun to talk about, you know.
Absolutely.
And all kinds of different topics out there.
Yep, absolutely. So that being said, Jeff, we're going to get out of here for now. This was fun. And next week we are back to
Matters of
Honor.
Honor.
We will be doing the reaction and the messages and the ranking and stuff like that. Although, you know, I don't know how you're going to rank this episode next week.
Yeah, I got a little sneaking suspicion. I think I know where it might land.
Okay, well, we'll find out. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time. Drop 65 down in the comments below. Let us know that you're here. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.